Right, welcome back. Last time, well, the balance is finally back to getting close to normal, so... In fact, it should actually become positive this year again. Yeah, that's because I have the grain dole off, so that might actually become negative again sometime really soon. Oh well. The Ottomans went ahead and declared yet another war. Against someone who's also defended by the Mongol Empire, so yeah. Thing is, I've been sieging them all over the place. I'm getting lots and lots of loot in the process, which really is, in fact, helping with keeping the treasury afloat. It was below 200 on several occasions in the last session. The fact that it's over 300 now is a good sign. I have gotten a lot of war loot in the process, even though I turned looting to low. Yeah, 331 ducats worth. From all of that sieging down, it's nice. Can't really say much beyond that. We are getting close to the point where we can obtain the meritocracy institution. Theoretically, I should have it on spread already in the capital, but, well, on independent invention in the capital already, but, yeah, there appears to be some issues with that updating. At the very least, global trade is also beginning to spread in far more rapidly, it seems. Apparently, whoever has global trade, but someone has global trade, but not meritocracy, happens to be trading in this trade node, so... Of course, it's going to be slow. Getting it to all these provinces is going to take about 20 years. Possibly longer. So the next tech is still probably going to be pretty expensive. Oh well, the one after that might be cheaper. Although these are really expensive right now. Even with a reduction of... yeah. My tech penalty from institutions is 100%, so... Industrialization already provides a plus 50% penalty, despite the fact that no one actually has invented it yet. Which actually makes it extra annoying. Because in order to get to it, you need to have either tech level 56, or there needs to be at least 1750. And the ahead of time penalty for tech level 56 disappears on 1750, so... yeah, that's something that's going to have to be dealt with. Plus quite a few rebels, possibly. I'm going to have to keep my eye on them. I can't afford to move my troops away just yet. But the Mongol Empire may end up deciding to end the war at some point soon, at which I can head home and deal with the rebels as they pop up, rather than burn mill points on them. Definitely my quantity of points is starting to reduce, which is somewhat worrying because it's been a while since my points were so low. Maybe I need to tone down taxation at some point again. Oh well. Something to handle later. Wow, I got 6 tickets. I think I've waited long enough. Oh yes, I've kind of been ignoring you this entire time, haven't I? Don't worry, I'll get to you. So. Nationalism? Of course. But that would have to be up against Bohemia and Hesse. think it might be easy if I just went up against Hesse directly. Yeah, I obviously have more troops than them, so. Alright, let's go straight for it. That does not look like the straightest route, but okay, apparently it is. Alright. That should be good for this session. There is some stuff I need to do though first before we finish up. Yeah, this is the most reliable way to increase noble loyalty, so I might as well go up ahead and do that. Right. Promote support commerce. I guess I could sweeten the deal with some tax relief. Perform a show of devotion. There we are. Yep. There are some reforms I could do, but I don't feel like it at the moment. Maybe later. Not until provincial corruption becomes a problem again. Which it hasn't, thankfully. State reach is going up, and I'm leaving it that way, because, well, it's not really a problem at the moment. Not anymore. I've heavily reduced the amount of provincial corruption obtained from state reach. So now it's very high in certain provinces. Like my capital, where it's almost at 75%. The average state reach is 73%, and there are some newly acquired provinces that probably have low state reach. Or horrifyingly high state reach. Yeah, low state reach seems to be the general end result. I think provinces with lower state reach get faster. Perhaps it's just new acquisitions. I don't know. Either way, I'm certainly getting state reach rather quickly. Right. There's not much I did politically. I've mainly been focused on battling with the Mongol Empire, getting the last bits of loot money I could get. And then, once the Mongol Empire decided it was finished with the war, I just went ahead and did my own thing again. I'm sure the Ottomans can handle this, it's just that there's so many little enemies here that I'm not even going to bother. None of them are even bothering me anyway. It's like they know I'm not even taking part anyway. Went for a quick little war with Hesse. I was low on aggressive expansion in the region, so I figured might as well boost it up a bit again. So that my waiting around doesn't mean absolutely nothing. And grabbed all the provinces from Hesse that were in regions that I had claims on. Perhaps imperialism would have been a better choice. On the other hand, I didn't even bother sieging down their capital anyway. Because several battles, one of which involved stack wiping their entire army in one fell swing. It was glorious. Ended up making it so that even though I just sieged down Göttingen, it was enough to grab all of these provinces. Admittedly, they're not very valuable provinces, but, well, every step of the way. Once I get the upper Saxon circle all together, that'll be nice. Of course, there's still the lower Saxon circle, of which there are a few provinces remain. Only 5. Problem. 2 of them are owned by Spain. Yeah, 2 of them are owned by Bentheim, which is somewhat more of a problem because I can't really fight them directly. Because I can't win against Spain. Plain and simple. They have better mill tech than me. They've gone ahead and grabbed the next mill tech. Spain is somewhat less terrifying, and we're warned for the fact that they have so many subjects. Seriously. They've got 6 colonial nations, of course one of them is Literally just the Spanish Pacific Islands, which I really don't think are that much... Well, okay, they do have New Zealand. And some of them are pretty mediocre, like Carolina. Or New Spain. Yeah, that is rather mediocre. But they also have what's left of the Commonwealth as a subject. Though they're not particularly, yeah. They're not happy with it. Yeah. But still 35,000 true. Well, okay. It might be that they just did a noble reform. Let me check the loyalty of the capital nobles. Because they'll probably tell me, well, is that their capital? No, the capital's up here, still in Castilla. La Vieja. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. There it is. 36 loyalty. Yeah, that's probably why. Of course, also with Hungary, which is also pretty dangerous. I can fight them on my own, on a 1v1 basis. Austria is no longer scary at all, thankfully. I'm not sure what's more annoying though. The fact is that have so many allies as subjects, or the fact that I can't actually attack them indirectly. Because I don't have anything on any of their allies, at least not anywhere close enough to be worth it. We don't have anything like Lippe, who's a pushover. And there's no one in the HRE that they're allied with, other than Austria. I mean, I could try going up against Austria, but I wouldn't be able to use the nationalism casus belli, which would make things more fun. Which honestly would cut aggressive expansion by a third, as well as war score costs, etc. Oh well, I think I'd better just go for Bentheim's provinces first. Deal with Spain, the issue of Spain later. Like, the Lower Rhineland, for example, is going to be something I'm going to have to deal with. Yeah, the Westphalian Circle. That's the next mission after all. Won't be able to grab all of Spain's provinces that I need all at once. Even if it's just this one. Unless I go for Bentheim's provinces first. I mean all of them. Oh well. That's something that can be handled later. Tech seems to be doing fine, though I'm actually worried about my level of admin points. I may actually end up running out, or starting to run out of them. And what's really scary is that I've been running National Focus on Admin points for ages. I don't remember when I set this. It's probably been over a century by this point, and yet I'm still constantly, chronically running low on it. At least meritocracy is spreading, and it's doing so rapidly. Aw, sad. Previously Magdeburg had some invention because the previous ruler had it. So it is based upon ruler stats, not the end result from the whole institutional institutional authority. Okay, that's extra annoying. Which may explain why I didn't do that properly. I mean, the fact that there are still red X's here is indicating that this thing is outdated. This is at least a decade outdated. Those things. Yeah. These indicators are not 100% accurate. Far from it. Global trade is also spreading, and it's spreading far more quickly now. Including in my capital. It should be there by 1750 or so, in several provinces. Which is excellent. Meritocracy may take more time. It's going to go altogether more slowly because less trade, less speed for trade. Global trade just moves ever so slightly faster. Yeah, the base rate is higher, though global trade also has a base decay rate too, unlike meritocracy. Industrialization will arrive eventually. It's probably going to have a massive burst of invention from my biggest cities. And then spread out from there. I'm still 8th rank Great Power, that's right, last time I managed to reach Great Power rank. Though I'm definitely bottom on the list. I mean, look at it. Another institution, if someone else gets an institution that I don't have, it's gonna happen. Thankfully, all that's left for me is global trade. Though Scandinavia might be able to get to it first. Depends on how much money they invest into it, though I find that actually unlikely. Of course, I'm gonna need plenty of money. I may need to lower my tax rates. The problem is, I need the money in order to do all the things that I do, especially, and the most important facet, getting those institutions when they arrive. At least that's the current thing. After that, there's really nothing, and I could honestly ignore the money, for the most part, yeah. Although I'm happy to say my tax efficiency has been increasing. I'm now earning more tax than I was before, at least I don't remember earning this much. Corruption is still high. I'm still losing a lot of money to corruption. But because of the vast increase in the amount of money I'm earning, I'm actually earning more money. More money is reaching the treasury than before. Sure, more of it's being lost, but that can be dealt with later. And I say this so many times. Wonder why on this one. Oh, did someone sow discontent? Yeah. And war exhaustion. Yeah. I hope this war ends soon. Because this is getting annoying. We're at 46%. And apparently you just lost the war goal. Siege it down. It's... okay, fine. I'll quit complaining. It's just that I've been into this war for over 5 years. It gets annoying quickly. I even managed to sneak in a small war myself. Sure, I didn't want much out of it. I don't know how much you want out of the Ottomans, but it is really annoying. Get it done with. Right. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.